Unit 2, Part 5. So we know what simple sentences are. Simple sentences we can distinguish from compound sentences. So in symbolizing now, simple sentences get capital letters for their translation. Okay, and these symbols, which is the entire set of symbols we use for sentential logic, these symbols, which are the symbols for this set of sentential operators, which we will learn have the special property of being truth-functional sentential operators in Unit 3. These sentential operators are rules for the construction of more complex formulas from the elements. Okay, so as I was saying, the dot, right, the conjunction, it's a rule which says you put any formula there and any formula there, and what you arrive at is a legal formula. It's a two-place sentential operator, so you have to plug in both blanks. And all of them are two-place sentential formulas except for the negation, right, which is a one-place sentential operators. So see that, see how to distinguish legal formulas from not legal formulas, right? So not a B is not a legal formula, right? Because that, right? AB, what is that, right? Those are two elements listed one after the other without specifying what their connection is, right? Their connection has to be some such connection as this. They have to be conjoined or disjoined. This is disjunction, right? Blank or blank is the disjunction. The symbol is the wedge. This is the horseshoe, which is the symbol for if-then, right? This is the triple bar, symbol for if and only if, right? The biconditional. So that's no good, that's not legal. Similarly, a dot, that is not a legal formula, right? Because the dot is the conjunction is a two-place thing. You have to have a formula on the left and a formula on the right. But you can, right, that is legal, right? Say the hook says, right, this is a rule for the construction of symbols. It says you can form, it says if you put some legal formula to the left of the hook and another legal formula to the right of the hook, you have another legal formula, right? So this A hook B hook F, that is a legal formula right there. Okay, you've constructed something else. Now the brackets, the parentheses, indicate the order of the construction of the formula. So it's very crucial you learn to distinguish between, for example, these two formulas, right? Not A or B, and not brackets A or B, right? Both these formulas have a negation, and then an A, and then a wedge, and then a B. This has negation, then an A, then a wedge, and a B as well, right? But the brackets here on this one indicate that these are different formulas. They are not equivalent, right? The negation, it's introduced later, is the idea of the scope of a negation. What is the formula being negated, right? So remember, the negation is just, it's a rule that says if you put any formula into the blank, right, here, so if you negate any formula, right, any legal formula, what you get is another legal formula. So this is a perfectly legal formula, but the thing that you put into the blank here is A or B, right? So in the order of construction of this formula, the second one, in 2, what we've done is we've first of all disjoined A and B, right? We said we've got A and B. A and B stand for particular English sentences. They're not variables. They stand for particular English sentences. In simple sentences, we disjoined A and B. We said A or B, and then we said not that, right? We negated that whole formula. So first the disjunction of A and B. Second, the negation of that disjunction. So this says not either A or B, right? It's not the case that either A or B is true, right? This is different, right? So the scope of the negation here Right? What is the formula I'm negating? The trick for finding out is you put your hand over here, and the first legal formula you come across is the formula that's negated. Since I have an open bracket here, I don't have a legal formula until I close that bracket. So, right, I've got that. That's not a legal formula. Open bracket A is not legal. Every open bracket has to be met with a closed bracket. Wedge B, closed bracket, right? So that is the formula that's negated. So we do that, and then, so formula 2, we say this is a negation, right? What is it? That's the same as the question, what is the major operator? Okay, she talks about, Klenk introduces you to the idea of a major operator on page 30, the last page of Unit 2, right? The major operator of this is the negation. That means this is a negation, right? It's saying it is not the case, right? It's the negation is the last in the order of construction of this formula. It is not the case that either A or B, right? A or B, this is either A or B. This is different. This is not a negation. This is a disjunction, right? What is this negation sign negating, right? As soon as I uncover a legal formula, as I move my hand to the right, first legal formula, that's the formula negated. Well, A, that is a legal formula, right? There's no open brackets here. So I'm negating A. So in the order of construction of this one, first, so I got A and B, and then first of all I negated A, right? I went from A, I negated A, and then I conjoined not A with B, right? So this is a, not conjoined, disjoined. I disjoin not A and B. So this, what is this? What is one? One is a disjunction, right? Where in the last step in the order of construction is I disjoin two formulas. The formula on the left here is not A, right? The left disjunct. This is a disjunction where the left disjunct is not A and the right disjunct is B. Okay, you're introduced into this lingo. You've got to learn how to talk in Unit 2. You've got to learn how to speak this lingo and think in these terms. Disjunction, the two formulas plugged into the blanks are disjuncts. Okay, so this is a disjunction. This says I speak the major operator first in saying what this says. This says either not A or B. Either not A or B. Whereas this says neither A or B. It is not the case that either A or B. Okay? Right. So here what happened was I first of all disjoined, right? When I made the disjunction, the formulas I disjoined were A and B. And then in the next step I negated that. Okay? So that's a sample of why those parentheses are important, right? They give you a different order of construction of the formulas and different formulas, right? These are not at all equivalent. They're not logically equivalent. There are going to be worlds where this is true and this is false, and that's true. Klenk gives you plenty of examples on, right? Imagine A equals you will get an A. B equals you will get a B. Right? This says either you won't get an A or you'll get a B. Right? This says it's not the case that this is bad. This says it's not the case that you'll either get an A or a B. So this means you'll get a C or worse. Anyway, I think she has a better example. But that's crucial, and how we in Unit 3 we come to determining the truth values of the formulas, and the determining of the truth values, as we'll see, relies very heavily on you grasping the order of the construction of the formulas by being able to read that order of construction of the formula, reading the logical structure of the formula through the brackets, right, through the parentheses. One last one. Not brackets, A or B, hook D. Right. So this whole formula, right? What's the major operator? As it this or this or this? Well, it's this because when I look at the negation, open bracket. I don't have a legal formula until I close both brackets. So I've closed one bracket here, but it's not until this. So in the order of construction, right, first I made a disjunction, then I made a conditional with that, and then I took that whole thing and negated it. So what is that? That is negation.